Well, hello everyone, and welcome to FranTastic InSights, where we provide insights from some of the coolest people in franchising. My name is Alesia Visconti. I am the president and CEO of FranServe and Franchise Dictionary magazine. Now, FranServe is the largest franchise consulting organization in the world, and our mission is very simple. We like to change people's lives through franchise ownership. And we do that through a network of incredible franchisors and franchise consultants, all who help their candidates explore franchise opportunities. Now, today I'm excited to have a friend of mine with me, Scott Sharkey. He is CEO and co-founder of Sharkey's Cuts for Kids. Welcome to the show, Scott.
Thank you, Alesia. Happy to be here.
Wonderful to have you. I wish in this day and age we were in person, but as we know, Zoom is the way to go right now. So it is good to see you, even if it's through the screen.
Yeah, one of these days we'll see each other in person, sooner than later, from
Absolutely.
what we're being told.
I totally agree. Now, Scott, I would love it if you could share it with our audience, a little bit about your company, what it does, and what makes your brand unique in its category. So if you could just kind of share that with our audience, that would be awesome.
Awesome. Okay. Well, the brand is Sharkey's Cuts for Kids. We are in the kids hair salon business. I've been doing this for really 19 years now. So we've built a lot of brand history here over the years. We cater to kids ages 0 to 14. We are, I'd like to say, the only kids salon in that space that actually branches out to kids all the way up to the age of 14. So what's unique about Sharkey's is we keep the kids longer. I mean, there are a few other kids concepts out there, but they primarily only go up to the ages of 5 or 6 because their salons are Disney looking, cartoon looking. We keep the kids longer. So it's all about longevity at Sharkey's.
Super. And you have your company now, you said, for quite some time. What's your role involved with Sharkey's? As CEO and co-founder, what is your role with the company?
I guess being the CEO, I'm 57 right now, so I've been doing this for a while. So my roles have changed over the years. It was only 3 years ago I was still standing on a ladder, helping to build out stores and so on. But what am I now? I am in charge of franchise development. We are I'd like to say, we are a big family here. So I'm still in touch every day with franchisees. You can always get a hold of me on a Saturday night at 11:30. You know that, Alesia. I enjoy it. It's just kind of the way I was brought up. So I'm active. I'm incredibly active. Yeah, we sell a passive ownership business, which is really our big push. Where we look for, we're a fully absentee model, fully. So in order to provide a model like that, you have to have a lot of leadership at the top, and you certainly have to have a lot of service and support to teach people how to do that properly. So I'm active, active as I want to be. You know this as an owner of a business, 18, 19 hours a day, but it's fun. You can tell by my personality. We have a lot of fun doing this.
Yes, indeed. I know you put your heart into it. And I see you have a friend with you.
Sharkey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does your friend have a little name? I bet he does.
Yeah, it's Sharkey. I actually had to pull it away from my dog, but yeah, it is kind of a...
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Scott, when I ask this next question, sometimes I get the answer of everywhere, but are there certain markets that you're looking to reach right now as, you expand and go forward?
I can tell you there's a couple of markets we've pulled back from. We've pulled back internationally. We're not looking to expand international too much these days, unless it's in places like Australia or Japan. But it is all the United States. Our biggest market is Texas, still growing. Plenty of opportunities in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. California is catching up to Texas. We're growing. It's busy there. Where else would we like to grow? Georgia is an open market for us. New Jersey, the New York metropolitan area is busy. Connecticut, Massachusetts is a market we would love to to open 15, 20 stores in the next 24 months or so. It's wide open for us, and it's in our backyard. But yeah, so we have plenty of territory still available. We're busy. It's been it sounds crazy, but it's been a great year for us as far as franchise development. And we're going to open 45 to 48 stores in 2001, which seems impossible, but it's good. This year's kind of in a nice way been a blessing.
Well, I have to tell you, I mean, we've seen it too, right? With everything going on, it's been a wake-up call for people who, thought about maybe owning a business, or, unhappy with what their, careers are right now. So a lot of the things that have happened, is unfortunate. I don't want to make light of it, but it has been a wake-up call, and it does not surprise me that you're looking to open those stores, locations in 2021, because we really have seen people following their passion. So, one of the things that you mentioned at the very beginning was a passive ownership, and we don't hear that, all that often on the show. So can you talk a little bit about what traits you look for when you're bringing on a new franchise owner?
Sure. We have about 80 locations open, or will, within the next couple of weeks. And all our franchisees have real jobs outside of Sharkey's. Sharkey's is second, third, and fourth income. So we've made it easy. We offer a turnkey package from start to finish. And, I'll go back to 2008 when the market crashed in September for everybody. Those were some really bad and difficult times, for a lot of us. And, I was just sharing this on a call with somebody a few minutes ago, how, we had about 12, 14 locations open in 08, in towards the end of 08. And, but I'd say the situation in 08 financially was a lot more difficult for franchisors. It was bad. It was really bad back in 08. And we found our, we got our mojo together after September. We learned, and we've talked about this before, that you find success during challenging times, and you have to. And our business, our model, really took off because of the collapse in 08. It just did. We rebranded, we changed the footprint, we changed some of the technology inside and the price and everything. And then when, in 2020, we needed to do the same thing. And we kind of, I don't want to say we reinvented, but you find success when you have to, or when things change, and you adapt and so on. And so, when you offer a passive model or a fully absentee model, you in the franchise world, and this because you're involved in so many different brands, you bring in and you meet people from many different ethnicities, countries, backgrounds. It's just how it's the backbone of franchising. So not everybody is service oriented. And obviously we're in the service business. So we decided in 08, this was part of our adjustment into our model, that we want to go fully passive. Why? Because we want to take the personality and the hands-on approach out of the model, so we can offer it to anybody. So if we teach people how to hire a manager properly, or, we have a service where we'll actually staff your entire store for you. We have a third-party company that'll do the entire staffing for you. So if you take out the owner involvement out of the franchise, you can bring anybody into the model and run it properly, run it, remotely. You can run the business from out of the country, out of state, and so on. And it was the change in 08 that actually did that for us. So that's what we mean by passive and fully absentee. You're going to hire a manager, or we'll hire it for you and take the whole thing out of your lap.
And that's amazing. We talk about in 2020, the word that gets tossed around the most is that everybody's been able to pivot. But it sounds like you did that, 12 years ago, right? In 08, when you were able to take a situation and obviously make it work very, very well for you, and continue to do that. And,
Exactly.
it kind of gets us to the next point that I want to talk about. You know, I appreciate the brand, and I do know your passion behind the brand. And I want to talk a little bit deeper about, you know, one of my favorite hashtags on social media, and that's franchise strong. And I'm very, you know, passionate about that concept. I probably use that hashtag more than I do for my own companies, because to me, it embodies everything that franchising it is. It's the community, it's the feeling of family, it's helping people who've always wanted to own a business but don't know how to go about it, and, you know, have some uncertainty, and giving them a structure and a you know, blueprint, if you will. And I really feel that so many people want to own their business and don't know how to go forward. And Franchise Strong is really all about helping them to do that. I'm very interested to know what Franchise Strong means to you and to the Sharkey's brand.
Well, I'd like to say I don't know if I'm known as a franchisor, but you know, maybe over the last couple of years, you know, to me, Franchise Strong, from my brand, number one is teaching people how to fit their business plan into their life plan, not the life plan into the business. And I've been good with that. And Franchise Strong, I guess my definition of it, you know, as it relates to Sharkey's Cuts for Kids, is we're family. You know, it's a franchise family. And you know, I used to think years ago people don't want to hear that because it makes you sound small. But I don't know. Again, you know, you can only do what you can only sell the way you know how to sell, and you can only create a brand the way, I don't know, maybe you're brought up. And you know, we've never entered these, you know, this part of our business before, because every day we're either growing or we're adapting or changing. So you know, there's always new elements every day. But I don't know, Franchise Strong to me is really having good people in your system. Connecting people from here. You've heard me say this before. You know, I like to say we've been successful, or I've been successful, because everything I do is from here, not from here. People will always remember what you give them from here. From here, it's lip service, they forget. But if you make them feel like they're part of your brand, and you can't fool people. You can't. It's genuine. So you either have it or you don't. And in our brand, or I should say in our company, we all have it. I mean, everybody up at the top at Sharkey's, whether it's me or Jessica or Dennis or Michael or Christopher, or sometimes Linda, we're all the same. You know, we're all pretty easygoing, and we all come from strong family values. And I don't know, a lot of us are pretty faithful, no matter what faith we belong to. And it just takes us all the way through the brand, because it just does. And we're in the kids business. So you kind of have to, you can't fake anything today. You know, people are looking more so today they want a connection. They want a connection here, not just a brand. And to me, that's Franchise Strong. And, you know, you buy an experience from us, but even down at I'll say the people level, with the people that we have at Sharkey's, it's Franchise Strong. It's all heartfelt.
Absolutely. I know that about you. And I, you know, even when you're talking now, you hear the passion, and it is family. And I don't care if you're a million or one, it's a feeling, right? That really comes across on something like that. And,
yeah.
You know, I know there's some people listening to the show right now who are thinking, you know, this might be for me, but, you know, I don't have any experience at all with hair cutting or kids, you know, working in that. But now, Scott, do they need to have anything like that?
That's a funny question, because I've been doing this 19 years. I know nothing about hair. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So of course the answer is no. You know, we teach everything. Like I said, it's passive. Nothing about hair. Nothing. So absolutely, we don't want people with hair experience, because then they know too much. They know more than us. We want just run-of-the-mill people that are looking for a nice business on the side, where they can you're going to be an ambassador in your community, whether you want to or not. People know you. You're a happy, cheery business, and no experience. We give you all the tools, everything.
Excellent. And I think there are a number of aha moments going on right now because they can see how that can fit into their lives. And, one of the things that you said rings true too is, it's a happy business, and it is a community-based business. And I think those two things are just, especially in this day and age, you're just a wonderful beacon of light, right? Something that's happy and something that is community-based in that level and working with kids. So that's great. And, I wanted to ask you this, and correct me again if I'm wrong, but you guys offer a veteran discount, correct? Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we give them 5% on as many stores as they want to buy.
That's super. That's just really great. Again, thank you, veterans, for your service. And franchising does tend to do incredibly well with veterans. So just something else to keep in mind. So I want to say, Scott, it's very, easy for me to see how your brand helps people, make a real difference in their lives, for them, for their family. As you said, I love the statement. Say it again for me, where you fit the lifestyle into the franchise model. Tell me what you said at the beginning of that. That was, I really enjoyed. Not that, yeah, go ahead.
People are always nervous how they're going to fit it in their life, and people that are not in the franchise world, or friends, people that work for other people, that's, how do I manage my, they have to fit their busy business life, their work life into their their personal life into their, and we make it easy. I'm going to teach you how to take this model and make it so easy that it fits in your nifty life plan, your busy life, your little kids, and so on. Your homeschooling, maybe. I'm going to show you how to make it fit, and how to make it gratifying and easy. And that's what we want to do. And this has always been a model. When I got into it back in the day, that my kids became part of my business. I mean, back at the time, years ago, when we used to all get the Christmas catalogs in our mailboxes and things, we just put the magazines out on the bed. The kids would pick what we should put in the stores for Christmas, and for stocking stuffers and so on. And even to this day, I just picked up my son yesterday from the airport. He goes to University of Texas. He's a junior. And he still comes home and updates the Xboxes at my salon here, because I don't want anything to do with it. So they're all still a little part of the business, and they get it. It's easy. So, if you're looking for kids' involvement, if you're looking for a business to pass down to your kids or your grandchildren and so on, it's easy. They get it. It's an easy business to incorporate in your family and teach your kids business practices and so on, and customer service and so on. So it's not for everybody, but it's for a lot of people, and it's nice. It's easy.
Yeah, and I will tell you, I know our consultants, when they, have their candidates and do validations, all your franchisees speak very highly of the brand. You have a great reputation with that. So I know that you do a lot of support for your franchisees. And again, coming from the heart, that makes a big difference in a business. So I know that for a fact that
Thank you.
It's just a symbol of you guys and how you work your businesses.
Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to hear.
Absolutely. So I do want to thank you, Scott. I know everybody's busy, and I just so appreciate you coming on and sharing your FranTastic insights with us. And audience, thank you for your time. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, stay up to date with more videos. And Scott, I'm going to turn it over to you for any last words before we wrap up today.
No, I love working with your team, and I'm looking forward to next year. We're busy. And I'm so glad we have this relationship, and it's so nice to sit down and talk. And you do more Zooms than I do, so but it's great. No, it's almost lifelike. But I look forward to the day also we can sit down and have a drink next to one another instead of doing it on the screen here. So
absolutely.
You guys rock. Really, it's awesome. I couldn't be any happier.
Well, thank you for that. And I tell you, I miss the in-person, but It's a good thing with Zoom. It keeps everybody in touch. You can do, discovery day,
Yeah.
virtual. You can work with, candidates. So, it has its good points and bad points. But yes, I'm with you, Scott. I am so looking forward to going back to in-person industry events and seeing
Absolutely.
franchise
Absolutely.
family. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Scott. Always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for your time on our show today.
We'll talk later. Bye, guys. Bye, Sharkey.